Young man, are you listening to me? I said, young man, what do you want to be? I said, young man, you can make it true, your truth, but you got to know this one thing, oh man.
Procura seducirme muy despacio y no reparo de todo lo que en el acto te haré. Procura caminarme ya como la del mar y te aseguro que me hundo para siempre en tu rodar. Quizás convenga que te alejes, quizás me domina la tentación de imaginar que estoy tan cerca de ti, tan cerca sin poder resistir. Procura coquetearme más
Y no reparo de lo que te haré,
procura ser parte de mí
y te aseguro que me hundo en ti.
procura no mirarme más.
Everyone, Mustin, cheers to you.
Es un dilema del que tú ni yo podemos escapar. Procura coquetearme más y no reparo de lo que te haré. Procura ser parte de mí, te aseguro que me hundo en ti. Procura no mirarme más y no sabrás hasta que te perderás. Es un dilema del que tú ni yo podemos escapar.
Procura coquetearme más
Y no reparo de lo que te haré.
procura ser parte de mí,
Y te aseguro que me hundo en ti.
procura no mirarme más.
Y no sabrás hasta que te perderás. Es un dilema del que tú ni yo podemos escapar. Mi corazón se acelera porque tu día te llega. Sabes que hay luna llena te haré.
I miss most about being away from home. Of course, family. I got 3 kids, and they're very athletic, so I miss being and watching them participate in athletic events. And of course, I miss the wife on the side. You know, kids first.
What do you miss most about home?
My wifey. Number 2, my car. I have a 1998 Eagle Talent, that's why I miss that. And my mom. That's about it.
My mama's cooking. I miss all the food, the family, and the comfort.
Access to land, freedom, to get off the boat, to do what I want when I want.
I miss watching Law and Order. Law and Order.
Most I miss about San Diego, it's gotta be the girls, I gotta say. That's the biggest thing, man. It's different. Everywhere you go, it's got different, but San Diego's got the best, I think.
Oh, I forget it. You know, just the family life and the atmosphere at home.
A lot of things. Sleep in your own bed, see familiar people, get off the ship once in a while on a regular basis. Some of those creature comforts that you have back home. I'm surprised to see once in a while.
What do you miss most about being home?
My daughter. I called last night and she was bawling. She misses me. And I started crying. I'm ready to go home.
My family, Chicago-style pizza.
I miss the wife, I miss the kids, and the truck. In that order.
At the farm we have this little corner section where you get the crosswinds, and I miss standing there and having the whole family there gather and just seeing my wife there relaxing and just enjoying a nice tall glass of iced tea. That's what I miss the most.
I'm asleep at night in my room and my daughter, she wakes up and she gets in the bed and crawls on top of me and says, "Daddy, what are you doing?" That right there does it for me. That's it.
What was your favorite part of Westpac?
Favorite part of Westpac? Steel Beach Picnic.
Steel Beach Picnic.
Yep.
And when the plane from the carrier flew by, that right there set the moment off. That's why I felt proud to be here. I was excited.
That was his time at band camp. On board the Mustang, where there was this guy, you know, he's kind of bald-headed and stuff like that, and I caught him doing something that he wouldn't normally do if he wasn't away from home for 6 months. And it was me.
Yeah.
East West Bend. What do you know about the East West Bend? East West Bend? East West? Gosh.
My favorite part of the Westpac would have to be like favorite as in out of all of them.
Well, actually, here, how about this? How about this?
Was all the time that we spent in combat while we were working as air defense commander in the Gulf, and it wasn't just what we were doing; it was the time we had together. It was people like OS1 Hernandez and people back in the EW corner, just getting along, doing our job out here, and having a good time with it. It was a lot of work, but we definitely enjoyed it.
This is something that I'm going to remember for a long time. When I went over to that Iranian vessel, I had to take this guy's temperature, and the dude wouldn't open up his mouth, so I had to stick the thermometer through the gap in his tooth that he was missing to get his temperature. I was laughing the whole time, thinking, this dude's mouth is closed, and I got this thing where, like, underneath his tongue and stuff. It was funny.
So today, I took my wedding ring off and I put it right here with my watch. So I was standing up there when I went to go check the time. I pulled my watch out and my wedding ring dumped over the side into the Arabian Gulf. To my lovely wife.
Are you gonna go get it?
No, I am not. Our marriage is now at the bottom of the Gulf. is.
What is it?
A blister. That's my first underwear.
Get some gloves.
Penang. I loved Penang. Penang was my favorite place.
Most money I spent was actually in Bahrain. We went to a little tour pool party, I guess they had a Club Med resort. And first thing I did right when I walked up there, I was like, let me have 7 cigars, because I wanted to buy cigars for everybody. Little did I know they cost $27 each. I'm here from the wife on that one.
How much?
$1,000.
Say, I had a really good time, so man.
$100.
$100?
Yep.
That's the record, huh?
I spent $300 in the last port on rugs.
Dubai. Great port. Spent over $1,000. Don't know what on. I'm afraid to say.
That's easy. In Bahrain, they spent $13,000 in about 5 minutes buying a Harley, Softail, right here in the Met States.
Do I have to tell the inspectors this?
No.
Favorite port? I'd have to say Australia. Good port. Why? Just had a lot of fun and got to hang out with everybody for one last time before we all headed out of here, you know?
I'd say Tahiti. Most beautiful place in the world, most beautiful women in the world, beer.
Was definitely Darwin. I've been there before on my last deployment, and I didn't expect it to be my favorite place, but I saw a lot of the ship become a team out in Darwin and enjoyed being together there.
Probably Jabali.
I wouldn't worry about it.
How much?
Altogether, about $1,600.
I gotta say Dubai.
Why?
The reason why, because of the shopping was great. I had a lot of stuff that I wouldn't. Dubai, reason why Dubai, because of the shopping. I got jerseys and stuff that back home that probably be about $300-400. I got them for 50, 20, 25, 50 the bucks. I spent about $1,200 there all together with gold, clothes, sandals. It was lovely.
There was $700 in Bahrain, and I bought these little necklaces, and I bought a bunch of saris.
Having a blast sitting here in the Persian Gulf.
Oh, good. That's a good comment.
You know, there's nowhere else that you can actually have a show for free. You know, back to States, I'd be paying a couple $100 to take my wife out to this. Here I get to enjoy it with 350 friends for no cost.
And the sunset.
First thing I'm going to do is, of course, kiss the wife and kids. And then we have a Disneyland trip planned. Basically, you know, the Disneyland hotel and staying for the weekend, and the kids are already excited about that.
That's a personal question. Next one. No. Of course. I want to embrace all three of my wife, my son, and daughter at the same time. That's the first thing that I'm going to do as far as interaction with my family.
I think I'm actually going to go buy a car. I think the old car is about dead, sitting in the driveway for 6 months. So I'm going to go get a new car.
I'm just gonna go hug my daughter, my husband. That's all I want to do. And then lay on the couch, watch movies, and do nothing for like a week.
Sleep. Spend time with my family.
I am going to get my car and I'm going to go shopping.
Hodad's Hamburger Place in Ocean Beach. Got me a burger and fry, eat, grab my board, and go look at surf.
The first thing I'm gonna do when I get back to San Diego is probably paint something on the ship.
On the morning in question, I was the TAO and CIC during the time, and the initial way that it happened was kind of confusing with the Olympias, because we all heard both on bridge and in combat and everywhere else a distress call, but to be perfectly honest, we didn't think we had any capability or ability to assist them, because the initial report that they said was off by 2 degrees in latitude. So the actual initial reported position of the ship, and the only position we had up until actual visually seeing them, was 120 miles south of their actual location. I think this is probably because the master and the other personnel responsible for the navigation of the ship had already evacuated the pilot house, and were speaking on a handheld radio, so they didn't have any way of actually determining where the position was.
And we were notified that the ship was in distress, didn't have any accurate information on where it was, but immediately upon launching, because we were wearing night vision goggles, we were able to pick it up from almost 10 miles away.
You know, it was just a normal, rev watch. It just turned over, so it was really pretty quiet. And then all of a sudden, somebody said that there was a fire, and nobody exactly knew what it was. And all of a sudden, there was a ruckus in combat. So I looked over, and everybody had run over to the FLIR, and you saw this ship that was, it was a Group 3, so it was a big ship, and the whole aft end of it was on fire. Shooting 50 to 100 feet in the air, and so it was really bigger than what we had initially thought it was.
Got woken up in the middle of the night. I guess it was about 2 o'clock, and I was awoken by the other SAR swimmer, USS MUSTIN, and not really knowing what was going on, he said, "We're going out. Time to get dressed." So I was like, "Okay,
I got woken up at about 2 in the morning, told we were going to rescue somebody. I didn't know how far away. I thought it was just Dow. Maybe they were flooding and we were going to help pump them out, and that was it. Thought that it was like 2 hours away, so I went back to my rack.
And shortly after taking on station, it started to erupt with explosions, so we were obviously concerned about getting the crew off in a quick manner.
I remember coming around the aft end of the ship, where I was finally able to see the ship off in the distance, and it was probably maybe 1.5 miles, about 2 miles, but I remember seeing the fire, and at that time I realized how big it was.
I would have to say within 500 yards you could feel the heat, and I remember just looking at it as we got closer and closer, and I was like, holy shit.
It was rather hot, and the fire, I don't think the fire ever got smaller. As I mentioned before, as we approached it, it kept getting bigger. As I got to as we got to the ship, I realized how big it was. I had never seen a fire like that, and it reminded me a lot of a burning building, seeing the superstructure as it was. And then I started wondering what exactly was on the ship.
We didn't know if the boat was loaded with fuel or what was on it, like a lot of the vessels we boarded. We had no idea. We just knew we were picking up people.
One of the lifeboats, which actually had attempted to be dropped, was hung up, so one end of the lifeboat was actually hanging still onto the ship, while the other was dangling into the water.
I was in the first rib, and we broke off aft. The second rib went up to midships.
We came in at midships, and that's when we saw everybody hanging off to the side, as far as waving and calling for us to come up there. They had already dropped a pilot's ladder down.
The people were just wanting to come off the boat really fast. They were just coming down pretty much no matter whether we were there or not.
So the whole aft end was on fire. Well, there was a rope down to the life raft, and the life raft wasn't but 20 feet from the end of the ship. So we started trawling our way around, and I remember myself and Senior Chief Gilligan were at the front of the rib, and when we saw him, we asked him to cut away from the rib, but he didn't have no knife. He couldn't understand, so he started using his finger and looking at us like, "What are you talking about?" So then, luckily we were able to get closer, and Senior and I helped him up on board. It was the engineer and his wife. But after we picked them up, we swung back around and picked up the rest of the crew coming down. We actually didn't have any choice. There were 2 or 3 on a ladder at a time, and they were coming down no matter what.
I remember seeing Mustin at that time, and that time of night. She was well lit up on the boat deck, and it's always a relief to see that, especially when you come alongside after being out for a little while. But it was in particular a relief as far as seeing that and knowing that we were going to be able to get these people up safely onto the ship.
And then we brought them aboard back aft. Brought them into the portside helo hangar, and that's where HM2 Bradley did her medical checks.
I have to say they were pretty dazed, confused, shook up from what was going on. Really didn't know what was going on. They were just glad we were there to pick them up. Thankful, but really quiet.
The biggest part about it is just getting out there and helping people when they need it. That's what we're here for.
It's a great experience. a chance to do some real hands-on work, helping some people that really needed it.
That was the night I think that Mustin and the air department became a team. It was a total team effort. It went all the way from the air crew and the guys that got the helicopter flying to the team in combat, to the team in the boats, the rescue swimmers, the bridge watchstanders. It all came together that night, and it saved 27 people from a very bad situation. I think I can speak for the rest of the crew, and that was my proudest moment on Mustin. And that's when Mustin became a true team, I think.
As I look back in the last 6 months and I decide, how the deployment went, I really am honored to serve with every one of you. You have been a good bunch of sailors and men and women to work with. As we go along, we took a major milestone of junior sailors that a lot of you have never been on a major deployment, and you actually succeeded. It's my honor to be serving with you, and I really appreciate your hard work, effort, and teamwork. Thank you.
Mustin has done a tremendous job during this deployment. They've created new ways of doing business for the 5th Fleet. They've conducted every event with enthusiasm, high morale. They've done it regardless of mission, regardless of time of day, regardless of the weather, regardless of fatigue. Basically, can do all the time, anytime, and the reputation of Mustin is solid and certainly a deployment that we can be proud of.
When I look back on this cruise, I think the thing that I'm going to remember the most is the skill and the can-do spirit exhibited by the entire crew. Whether it was conducting a boarding, doing air defense of the carrier, fixing a special meal on the mess decks, or the air deck conducting WSC, everything was met with a positive attitude, mission focus, and a spirit of teamwork. And I think whatever successes we've had as a team are a result of a positive spirit that I think is pervasive on this ship. And I think the thing that I'll remember the most is that pervasive positive attitude. And it certainly has been my privilege to have been a member of this team during this entire deployment.
I want to hide. I want to tear down the walls that hold me inside. I want to reach out and touch the flame where the streets have no name. I wanna feel sunlight on my face. I see the dust cloud disappear without a trace. I wanna take shelter from the poison rain where the streets have no name. Where the streets have no name.
I'm proud to be a team member of USS MUSTIN, simply because of the high marks that we receive. Every time we have an inspection, we do well. We set the stage for the waterfront. Also, too, because of being a flight leader and seeing the many people that have come and gone.
It's all I can do. The city's afloat, and our love turns to rust. We're beaten, blown by the wind, trampled in dust. I'll show you a place high on a desert plain, where the streets have no name. Where the streets have no name.
It's been good being here from the very beginning. Put it all together, watch the people show up, bring the ship to life, and take her around the world, bring it back safe, sound, and watching everybody grow professionally and personally. It's been a really great experience.
Wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
Here for you?
The wifey.
Wifey?
Yep. Got my wife, man, my two beautiful daughters, you know. It's been a long time since I've seen them, man. I can't wait for this reunion. Slow down. I might even cry a little bit, man.
Baby girl, I can't wait. She's walking, talking. Beautiful, man.
Have you thought of your favorite part of PAC yet?
Yes, I have not actually. I gotta get there. So let's go. All right.
Oh, which one he is? Take a biscuit, my friend.
were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sail into the mystic. Oh, I can now hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. And where that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. Yeah, when the foghorn blows, I wanna hear it. I don't have to fear it, and I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And magnificently we will go into the mystic. When that foghorn blows, you know I will be coming home. Yeah, and when that foghorn whistle blows, I gotta hear it. I don't have to
We're getting back in the game. Jump back on the horse.
It puts the lotion on the skin, or gets the hose again.
Welcome to danger. I'll make your wildest dreams come true.
Every day, every day's adventure. Every day with their lives on the line. That's why they call us sailors. Thank you.
Okay, this one's for Gabby.
Whenever you're ready. Step out far. Give a good jump.
No, really. Go.
Once in a lullaby, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Here where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top, that's where dreams that you did too. Oh why can't well, I see trees of green and red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Just me. You don't have to call me darling. Darling.
Who needs a heart when the heart can be broken?
See, you will love me because I am good. I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dare to, why, oh why can't I?